Okay, Coach. Well, first opened way back in 1972. There's a look at Arrowhead Stadium, part of the Truman Sports Complex here in Kansas City. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between our visitors and the Kansas City Chiefs. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line.
Yellow, on the line! Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah, I'm coming.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. Working from the gun, Mahomes. He is going to find Hill here. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Chiefs first down. On first down, Mahomes gets this one to Hill. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first.
Kansas City Chiefs. First down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. They run the counter. It's Bird. On the tackle, it was the West Virginia man, Kaiser White.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Push him back. Push him back.
To throw, it's Mahomes. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down.
8 yards to go.
The first down line at the 34 here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Mahomes. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. Tyreek Hill hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Now a first carry for Melvin Gordon. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. On the stop, Breeland Speaks. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
Trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Allen, the intended receiver. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10.
Hey, alert 3, alert 3. Watch the safety creep.
And again this time to the tailback. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Big stop, G. Big stop. Let's go. Tight off.
Now here's Mahomes. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 27.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Following the interception, Kaiser. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
2nd and 10 now from the 27. Gordon. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Kaiser on 3rd and 2. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a 1st down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there that brings up 4th. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Townsend to punt it. Tyreek Hill back deep for Kansas City. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Fielded just inside the 20. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And it's Chiefs football. 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. They run the counter. It's Bird, and he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
I'm scared.
On 2nd and 11 now. Mahomes. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. And he's able to bring it out 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Chargers in good field position to start out. 1st and 10 at the 45.
44 is the mic. 44 is the mic. Check, check. Switch up, switch up.
To throw, Kaiser. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Here's the first carry for Austin Eckler. He's got the 1st down and more inside the 40. And finally brought down at the 38. 17 yards for the Chargers there as they've got themselves a 1st down.
1st down, Chargers.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Silver, silver.
They'll keep it on the ground. This time it's Gordon. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
And he'll go down at the 28. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
1st down, Kaiser. He completes it to Henry. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. A gain there of 12 yards and a 1st down, LA.
1st down.
A first red zone opportunity here for the Chargers. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15. Here's Gordon. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They run it here with Gordon. They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. It leaves them with 3rd and just a yard. The good run on 1st down followed up by a not-so-good run on 2nd down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. They'll try to pick up the 1st with Eckler. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down. 3 yards in the wrong direction. So on 4th down, on comes the Charger kicker, Michael Badgley. From the left hash, a chip shot here. Badgley able to punch this one through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
So if you're an offensive coordinator and you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these defenses and put some big points on the board.
And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They've shown very little offensively to this point. Well, neither team has, really. They come up here now, first down. Here's Jones. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Mahomes now to throw. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that's caught inside the 30. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. But one thing's for sure, they're going to have to come up with something at halftime because he is absolutely roasting them right now.
They're going to go through the whole litany of things, changing coverages, what are we going to do to put a man on him? The big thing to me is treat it like a good pitcher treats pitching a game. Change your timing.
And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Throwing now is Mahomes. And his throw is incomplete.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Mahomes. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The Charger drive about to get going. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Jim.
Now they'll bootleg it with Kaiser. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 14 yards is the pickup there and a Charger first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the pistol, they run with Gordon. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. That one good for 33 and a first.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to, but they didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. He's able to get 6, a nice pickup down to the 21.
Let's talk a little football 101 here because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
On 2nd down and 4, Kaiser. And this is complete. It's Allen. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Charger first.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
Kaiser on 1st down. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. To throw again. Kaiser on the screen. This is Eckler. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Yeah, you're so right, because you really need the rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. Then you've got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, whoever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front to get him downfield for the touchdown.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now a handoff here to his running back. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
Let's get it. Yellow. Arsenal 80. Tackle.
Mahomes going to throw. And an alley to run. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down.
Certainly making his presence felt in both the pass and the run game. He's having an impact.
Yeah, and his first carry of the game right there, he had hurt him with his arm. Now he's showing that he can shuffle the puppies as well. They go play action here on first down. They complete it to Hill. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Well, there's your leading receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, putting on another clinic, well over 100 yards.
Are we taking notes? We should be, right? Because I'm going to go back and watch this tape and really enjoy what I'm seeing. The route running, competing for the football, just breaking down a defense.
On first down, Bird looking for a seam but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 35-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Uchenna able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Here's the Chiefs punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Give them 15 yards on that one and a Charger 1st down. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. This is Gordon. Dorian O'Daniel, 3rd-round pick in 2018, made the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd down, they'll run with Gordon. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. They'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
Ready? 56. Hey, we got to get this stop here, D.
On 3rd and 2, Kaiser. And that will be incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. And that is very well done there, as this will be marked out of bounds at the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of 1st downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 1st downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. All tied up at 10, 2 minutes left in the first half. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Now a draw play. This is Jones. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Mahomes going to fire this out wide to Hill. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
the 18-yard line.
Yellow. Kill. Check. Fresno. Hey, 57.
On play action, it's Mahomes. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And he will score. Touchdown, LA. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. So that's now 3 first-half interceptions, and that last one even costlier as it's returned for 6 points. So as a quarterback, how do you regain your focus?
Well, QB 101 says you never show them that you're sweating. Still act like you're the guy, that you've thrown 6 touchdown passes, not 3 interceptions. But he's human. He's got to face up to his teammates. He's got to own up to that. See if he can brace up and also not look over his shoulder and see his backup starting to warm up. It's going to be a tough one for him.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Here's Mahomes to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, he'll force the incompletion.
Yeah, had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Mahomes now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's 1st and 10. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1.
1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Mahomes now over 200 yards already in this first half. It's 1st and 10. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
It's 2nd down and 10.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Single receiver. Hey, you're on an island over there. Single receiver. Hey, 15. Drop deep.
Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. And this is going to be intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
And now this throw incomplete, and that is how this first half will come to an end. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the the scoreboard. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, so the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the third quarter.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Set, ready, 6 1. Watch QB drop. Watch QB drop. Check 9, check 9.
Now a 10th carry for Melvin Gordon. And he's not even able to get back to the line of scrimmage. Now there's also a flag down, and it's in the area of holding.
Let's go. Let's go.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Now Kaiser. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
Check 26, check 26.
Kaiser. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
On 3rd down, Kaiser. He's got his man. It's Williams. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 21 yards there on 3rd down. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the Chiefs' 35-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Here we go, D. Here I come again. Here I come again. Here I come again.
They'll throw here. Kaiser. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
Now on 3rd down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs. Working out of the gun. Here's Kaiser. He'll get this to Eckler. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. For the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit, get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. but I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, second half, no matter what, whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever, this was a big score to start the second half.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Back to the ground, this time with Jones. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. They get the first. The decision to run on 3rd and medium winds up being a good one.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Right back to him on 1st down. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing, but with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Hey, I got him. That's me. Check 4. Check 52. That's right.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Mahomes looking left sideline. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. First down for the Chiefs. Solid chunk of yardage. 17 on the play.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Now here's Mahomes. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Wells. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Check.
They'll run on 1st down. Bird. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Joey Bosa with the tackle for loss. How about that pedigree in his family?
Yeah, some good pedigree. Tell us about it, Mr. Davis.
Dad played in the NFL, first-round draft pick. Uncle was a first-round draft pick. He's got a brother coming behind him. But Joey Bosa, guy plays really, really hard and plays all aspects on defense.
On 2nd and 11 now. Mahomes forced out to his left. He'll run it. And out of bounds right around the 20. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain.
Brings up 3rd and
1.
This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard.
Check. 43.
To throw, it's Mahomes. He's got Burton here. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
And I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop. But that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything. So it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And, Charles, you'd have to think this is where you want to start taking some time off the clock.
Oh, definitely, because you got the lead, right? You take a good look up there and you say, okay, what do we need to do here? Well, you're not in full-out protect mode. You want to make sure you run it, throw it safe, take some time off, and eat it up.
Give him 15 yards on that one and a Charger first down. Kaiser now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Now Gordon. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Let's go one more. 44 to Mike. 44.
Kaiser to throw it. Trying to lay one up deep. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. They'll try and get the running game going with Jones. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Big boys down there in the trenches and a nice play to stop them cold. Nothing there.
Yeah, when you talk about big boys, you're talking about those defensive tackles, those nose tackles. They're not just big, they're immense. And what a big-time play there.
And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Well, it was 2nd long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving them exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off inside the 10. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
That's right. We can't be stuck.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here.
Mike, 44.
I don't even know why this team showed up.
It's Eckler again. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they won't put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Chargers on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7.
44
From the shotgun, it's Kaiser. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Ford. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. 1st down Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards. Kaiser now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the 2nd half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Now a handoff. This is Gordon. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. The Chargers on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. From the gun, Kaiser. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Ford. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
First down, Los Angeles.
That's right, baby. They don't want it.
On the counter, here's Gordon. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. 44 to Mike.
Operating from the gun. Kaiser flushed out right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The sack by Dorian O'Daniel, the linebacker from Clemson. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
And he's going to go down again. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Chiefs first down. Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points. Said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range. And guess what? They've got a shot.
39-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Wild Bill. Slam, slam, slam. Check 3, check 3.
Now Mahomes. Gets this one to Hill. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 35.
And the Kansas City Chiefs. First down. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
On first down, Mahomes. Wide open receiver complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first.
First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Watch the twist. 25, check 25, check 25.
They go play action. Now Mahomes. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Trey Flowers, the former Arkansas Razorback, in there to get him. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Mahomes now to throw. This is caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. That goes for a gain of 31. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. A great effort there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Extra point right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep.
The Chargers take over first down and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you've got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth.
You got it. You got it.
So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
44 to Mike. 44 to Mike. Check, check.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. And sensing the momentum maybe changing here a little bit, Charles.
Yeah, this defense is going to get off the field quickly, and their offense got them a touchdown last time they had the ball, so they should get another shot.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Watch out for Hill on the return. It'll be a 10-yard return following a punt of 45. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A big pickup of 38.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now a give right side. It's Bird, and that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Yellow, yellow. Yellow, yellow. Man up, deep, man up. Keep rippling. 6 guys. Check, check.
Mahomes to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
And he's going to be stopped well short of what he needed as the tackle is made at the 18-yard line. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. And Butker able to put this one through. And that will tie this game here in the final minute of play. So in the final minute, they turn it over to their kicker to get him back to even, and he does not disappoint.
Brandon, do you think the pressure ever gets to this guy? Because I sure don't. That was pretty smooth right there. But I tell you, he better not rest on his laurels, because there's a good chance they may need him again if this game goes to overtime.
The Charger drive about to get going. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. In a tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk-reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Kaiser. He's airing it out for Williams. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Mike Williams, the intended target. But now it'll be 3rd down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does. And in the second quarter, he may very well have run by him. But in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Here's Kaiser. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. Here now, Johnny Townsend, as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. The Chiefs in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. From midfield, here's Mahomes. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
At the 35-yard line.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. Now the handoff comes to Gordon.
Sometimes I get almost mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, those eyes that carry their feet to open spaces, make people miss. I just love watching those guys go to work.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Kaiser now. Throwing left side, it's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. And a nice gain of 21 yards. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 43. Running on 1st down, Eckler. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. To throw, Kaiser. On the screen, this is Eckler. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. Well, that last completion certainly not what they were hoping for, as now they'll try to convert on 3rd. From the gun, Kaiser. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Well done by the defense. They did their job here in overtime.
Boy, did they ever, because now it's 4th and really long. So if you do decide to go for it, people think you might be a little bit on the nut side, don't they? But guess what? If I did decide to go for it, I'd call something deep. I'd throw a deep pass and hope that the defense didn't remember to just knock it down. If they intercept it, it's almost like a great punt and helps out your defense with field position.
And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it. But they turned it back over to them, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game. An excellent job by the defense. Can the offense finish things off?
Yeah, part 1 is done, now part 2.
Check. I got one.
What can Mahomes do now with his overtime drive? And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And that is incomplete. Nasir Adderley making like his Hall of Fame cousin Herb as he gets a hand in to knock it away.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And taken right on the 30. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. Now, if you're a fan of punting, and I know that not many people are, but this game kind of turning into one for you.
Well, it's okay if it's a skills contest, right? We're really into it then, but not during the course of an actual game. This has turned into a field position game, though. Sometimes a better punter may actually determine the outcome.
And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
On 2nd down, it's Gordon. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
And it's 3rd down.
2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied.
Here we go. Both the mic. Mike's both good. It's a party now. It's a party now. Show it up. Show it up.
Off the play fake, Kaiser. He's going to look for Allen now on the deep ball. And this will be caught. It's a touchdown. An absolute stunned silence here as they have come in and stolen this one in overtime. Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters, what you wanted. But how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So for our visitors, their good start continues as they get their record up to 4-2. And they'll get another road date next week. Meanwhile, for Kansas City, they taste defeat for the first time this season as they drop to 5-1. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.